All right, let's start it off. Let's come in with some fucking energy on this one. Let's see.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Ryan, scream. Ryan, scream, let me out. Just let me out.
Look at me now!
Just
mommy!
look at me now. Proving everybody wrong, proving all the haters wrong. Hey, everybody, welcome to the We Cool Podcast. That is how you open a podcast with energy and ensure that nobody will listen to the following hour and possibly, 6 to 10 minutes. I am one of your hosts, Grant Winkles, here in beautiful muggy Minneapolis, Minnesota. Sitting across from me is Ryan, the chain smoker. Call. What's up, Ryan?
What's up? I came here. I smoked a cigarette. I can do it. I'm better than you.
Did you really?
If you think I smoked a cigarette, I had one. Mm-hmm. And guess what?
Did you buy a pack or?
Fuck no. Well, yeah, but that was to split with Caroline. It's at her house. Here's my plan. Now, whenever I want a cigarette, it's there, but I don't get addicted because I'm better than everyone who has to quit cold turkey. Everyone who has to quit smoking completely is like an alcoholic, whereas I'm a guy who likes a beer. Like a lot of beer, and then I'll drive, but I don't get caught, so therefore, I don't have a problem.
Yeah.
There we go. That is some sound
I
logic.
had a cigarette for like the first time.
It was all right.
And yeah, I don't know. I had a cigarette.
Never as good as you think it's going to be.
No,
Well,
not as good as you think it is, but it was
voice.
pretty damn good. I hadn't had a cigarette in like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months. I don't know.
Yeah, I hadn't had one in a
I
long
wasn't even
time.
keeping track really, but
Looks like
long time.
we got two. We got Tommy the chain smoker Bayer coming in from Brooklyn, warm and muggy Brooklyn as well. So
yeah,
basically what I'm saying is I share a podcast with two damn chain smokers.
Yeah, dude, join the chain.
And you guys aren't even a fucking sick ass DJ group.
Never break the chain, and I never break the... How's that song go?
That's a little Fleetwood Mac, right?
Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah. Well, I only listen to the chain smokers. So this is the podcast where we apologize. We demand apologies. We read anonymous listener apologies. Big week for apologies. I think we all have something to demand, or we got stuff to apologize for. Yes, Ryan, you look quizzical.
Fleetwood McDonald's.
Okay.
yeah.
I'd like to
whoa.
buzz in. I had a thought that I can't get rid of until I say it. Fleetwood McDonald's. Wait. Daniel Knight Lewis.
There we go.
Daniel Daybreak Lewis.
Nice. Daniel Summer Daylight Savings Time.
Daniel Summer's Eve Lewis.
Wait,
and,
okay, speaking of, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because you said you had a thought, I can't get rid of this thought now because we were talking about the Lincoln Lawyer, the movie starring Matthew McConaughey. Before.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the Lincoln commercials came after or before? It's very conspicuous.
That's a good question.
Because he was on this Lincoln car campaign for like 5 years, and then he was in this damn movie called The Lincoln Lawyer. Is it all one big... it all one big plan by the Lincoln Car Company to make this movie?
You know what I want to know?
I can't get this thought out of my brain.
Here's what I want to know. When did LinkedIn happen?
And then when did LinkedIn happen? And is it all...
The LinkedIn Memorial.
And then, Ryan, is it all linked?
Wait, did you hear that? The LinkedIn Memorial? Where it's Abraham Lincoln, but he's got a laptop on his knees, and he's applying for jobs. He's got a briefcase next to him.
Make that meme. You're listening to the game show Make That Meme. I'm your host, Mimi Mimigus. No, but seriously, what do you think?
You want to move on from Mimi Mimigus? I
My
like that
name
character.
is Mimi Memes.
I am a Greek man. I invent game show. Hello, sharks.
Hello, my name's Mimi, and
It's not a Greek accent.
It's a okay. It was. No.
That was not.
I'm here
it
for
wasn't
it.
a Greek accent.
But yeah, I don't know. What do we think? Do we think the Lincoln Car Company planned the movie?
Well, I believe that that movie's based on a book, right? So all books are at least 50 years old. So I think
That's true.
The idea for the movie had to come first, right? I don't know. Maybe the car company is based on the book as well, and it's all just some sort of.
You got me
giant
thinking
play.
of a universe where it's like Children of Men, but Children of Books, and the last book was written 50 years ago. And humanity is now unable to write books.
Okay.
Yeah.
And guess what? The world's a better place. Shut
Yeah,
the
I
fuck
know.
up. I
Dude,
don't
my
want to
coworker
read your
keeps-
book.
My coworker keeps doing this thing where he's like he'll talk about a movie and then he's like, you might not have seen this. This came out before you were born. And I'm like, I've seen movies before the year 1996. I haven't only seen movies 1996 and going forward.
Jurassic Park? Yeah, you probably haven't seen it. It was
it was before your time.
And that one you probably even double haven't heard of because that's dinosaurs, and they were also before you were born.
It's a real cerebral
movie.
Jurassic Park, the cerebral thriller that is Jurassic Park.
It's just people getting ripped in half by giant lizards.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a real thinker.
Yeah, this is like a thinking man's movie.
Yo, why did they stop making those smart guy movies like Jurassic Park and Birken Bag?
Like a deaf Chicago guy.
Wait, hold on. So they made the dinosaurs out of frogs? You're telling me they turned a freaking frog into a triceratops?
Those dinosaurs,
apparently those dinosaurs, they were frogs before they were dinosaurs.
Okay, look, I know I just been hanging drywall for 27 years, but I gotta say, I don't really trust the science behind that Jurassic Park thing. I don't know, Amber?
Wait, hold on. That happens?
Hold on.
I've been doing drywall for 23 years, and I went to the museum the other day with my son, and I was looking at them dinosaur bones, and I was like, that's not how they fit together. No,
say this.
I know how things fit together. I've been doing drywall for 23 years, and I was like, them bones don't fit together.
Need a little spackle or something.
I'll say this.
That one goes kind of over there. And any drywall, any construction guy can tell you this.
I may not have been doing drywall for 30 years, but I have had dry balls for 30 years. And that's all I really wanted to say.
For 30 years. I've been hanging dry balls for 30 years.
I've been sucking dry balls for 30 years. Working as the premier male escort in Chicago.
You like sucking dry balls, they stay dry. You just kind of buff them like one of those bowling ball cleaners.
It's like a dry cleaning for your balls.
Yeah. And then you got some shiny-ass balls.
Get them balls shiny, baby.
You can see the veins from space.
Let me see your shiny balls, baby. Show me how shiny your balls are.
Do you guys have things you want to apologize for?
I got a quick little I can demand a couple apologies or basically just one blanket apology from my mom. I went out to do some work at my parents' house on Thursday, and she was just roasting me, dude. My mom was in roast mode.
That's a weird thing to walk into.
Yeah,
the woman who unconditionally has to love you.
Yeah.
All of a sudden is now a bully.
I know she's and just dunking on me.
Me and my mom have just been calling my brother's in town and my mom's in town, and we've just been calling my older brother like autistic whenever he does something like out of pocket. We go, Danny, your autism's flaring up. It's a very fun thing for the whole family.
I'm surprised your mom's on board.
Sounds like you'd get along famously with my mom on Thursday morning.
What was she saying to you?
So I was doing like...
she was calling your brother autistic.
Hell yeah.
It was hilarious, honestly. I was there for it.
Dude, he's been annoying as hell. He's fun for 2 nights. He's fun for 2 nights, and then he is out of the pocket completely.
Then he starts doing pranks just for him on you.
Dude, he's like,
those are fun.
He has no audience. He's just like being a full-blown idiot.
Yep,
and it's
love
just
it.
like he's...
No, I disagree. That's fun. That's a cool thing.
He goes Joker movie, and everyone's like, he's too damn crazy.
Too much.
You know?
Yeah.
So I was, my parents need to replace a concrete slab in their patio, so I got a jackhammer, and I was like breaking it up.
Okay, so your
and
hand?
Yeah. Yeah.
Your fist. So you got your fist.
My 2 fists and my penis, my erect penis, and that's what my mom was making fun of me for. No, so she comes. I show up.
Grant, that thing isn't big enough to break the slab. Come on, you're gonna have to be like less than on your knees to get that broken up.
Less than on my knees.
Less than on your knees. You're gonna have to be on your thighs.
My quads.
You're gonna have to break. You're gonna have to create a new knee in your thigh so that you can bend over a little bit more for your tiny little penis to break the concrete.
I could do like the crow pose. The
R.I.P. by the way. R.I.P.
What?
The crow.
Oh yeah.
Brandon Lee Jr.
Yeah.
Shot to death
by himself. Yeah, he was shot to death by himself. Funny way to talk about suicide.
Died doing what he loved.
So I go in. It's hard work, and first of all,
himself.
It's raining in the morning, and so I get there. I'm kind of like waiting until it's not raining. I had shit to do in the morning, so I get there at like 11, and I pick up the jackhammer. I get there at 11, and my mom's like, "Oh yeah, I didn't know when to expect you. I just woke up. I'm playing Grant today. I'm doing I'm acting like you." And I was like, "Whoa,
Damn.
I mean,
whoa,
true, true. I didn't really have a comeback for it because I was like, yeah, I mean,
You should have made her double down and be like, "Oh really? Oh really, Mom?" And then like some dramatic music starts
square
playing.
up with
well,
her.
you should have been like, oh, really, Mom? Oh, okay. And then like turn your laptop and be like, why don't you try editing the podcast?
Yeah. Why don't
Okay.
you
Why
not
don't
have a
you
job for
edit
3
the
years,
podcast?
Mom?
And okay, so I'm doing the work. Then I go downstairs or whatever. And if you look at my hands, Ryan, I got blisters all over my hands
got blisties.
because the jackhammer. It's going
It
nuts in my
sucks,
hands,
yeah.
right? So
Do you know how to use the jackhammer?
I've never done it before,
Oh,
so I was
Grant.
just freestyling. But I learned.
freestyling.
I was freestyling on the jackhammer, and then I go.
Five fingers of death,
Yeah,
jackhammer
baby.
style.
So then I go upstairs and I'm like gonna get a Band-Aid to put on this blister, and my mom is a nurse and she's like, all right, here, let me help you with that. And then she takes my hands and she goes, look at your lily white hands, and she starts roasting me then for like not working.
Damn.
For having soft hands. Meanwhile, I'm doing work at her house for like next to no money, just breaking up. I mean, I am gonna do it for free. I think like they're trying to pay me, but it's like, I don't know.
You got
It's
paid
weird.
enough in the roast.
Yeah, she fucking got me. And I guess this is payment right here is content, bringing content to our loyal listeners. I do
Yeah.
it for you guys. I do it for you guys.
You
I
did
I
it for
bleed
us.
for this.
Thank
Bleed
you.
For us
I'm
or the
like-
listeners?
No, for the listeners.
What about for
I
us?
could give a shit about you guys. This is all for the listeners. I consider
sucks.
myself kind of a Christ figure for our listeners.
Crazy.
Because I'll put in
Yeah.
6 or 7 hours of work every 3 months to for the podcast.
For the pod.
Yeah. So I'll just demand an apology from my mom. Mom, not cool. At least wait until somebody else is around to just start ripping into me.
Yeah.
That was for no one. That was
For
just
her.
That, I guess. Yeah.
Happy Mother's
The
Day.
love of the game.
Yeah.
Dude, I went
Roasting
to
her son for the love of the game.
I went
I
to
respect it, honestly, but it pissed me off.
I went to this like pro-Palestine cookout yesterday. It was like a protest and I guess just like a cookout, and there was like
Glizzies for Palestine.
actually pamphlets and
Dude,
stuff.
my favorite genre of TikTok is like when it's like it's like a group of guys and someone eats something like dick shaped, and then the camera pans to all the guys like that's gay. Whoa. Like someone will eat a popsicle and everyone's looking around like, whoa, whoa, pause, that's gay.
Yeah. Yeah, we went to this.
Glizzies for Palestine.
I want to name the episode that, but we cannot name
Absolutely
it.
not.
No, you absolutely can and will name the episode Glizzies for Palestine.
It was
Bro, if you don't name it Glizzy for Palestine, I swear to God, I'm pro-Israel. I'll go.
well, it's funny you say that, Tommy.
You're holding your support hostage.
Dude, if you do not do what I say at all times, I will go on the We Cool account and say we support Israel
Yeah. Well, it's
at all costs.
It's funny you say that, Tommy, because so we went to this like pro-Palestine cookout, and I'll say this: I hope it works. I really do. I hope it
The cookout.
I hope it works. I hope it shifts the momentum a little bit. But if it doesn't, and I've been talking to my girlfriend about this, we're
I
gonna.
can't believe you got invited to a cookout.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
that's crazy.
Well, it was an event, like a Twitter event, like everyone was invited. But I'll say the way some of those anarchists look at you, it doesn't feel like you're very invited, and they're judging the way you dress. But guess what? Maybe look in the mirror, okay, Mister wearing knee-high boots, but Daisy Dukes.
Yeah.
Anyways,
You're like, ooh, man, these white women are giving me very dirty looks at the cookout right now.
I don't.
At the Free Palestine cookout.
They did not like me.
2021, man.
They did
Karen's
not
at
like
the
me.
These white
cookout.
women with pink hair really do not like my vibe.
Dude,
right
I think
now.
it's because I represent the status quo, and these people are like trying to break that down. I represent the status quo to them, I should say.
Oh, 100%. If we show up anywhere, us three, our vibe, it's a whole other
I mean,
thing.
I talked to a couple people, and they were pretty cool, but then like there's just like these anarchists that are there that honestly probably set up the event, and I shouldn't be talking shit about. But
well, if they were anarchists, they probably didn't set up the event.
that's true. But anyways,
As anarchists, they don't organize at all.
Anyways,
anarchists shouldn't be allowed at any events.
No, they also
they should be destroying those events.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing with
even if it's a pro-anarchy.
I don't know anything about anarchy, but I'll say this. I don't know. The people that are anarchists, I don't like them. They all seem like fucking assholes.
Yeah.
I invited a bunch of anarchists to my birthday party, and they just blew out the candles before I did.
They set off a bomb in the cake, dude.
They were acting out of pocket.
They assassinated my girlfriend and fucking blew up the cake.
A bunch of anarchists showed up at my birthday party, and they stole all of my presents, which was mainly socks that I got from my mom.
But okay, so me and my girlfriend were trying to decide to convert, and we're which one are we going to convert to?
Palestinian or Israeli?
Yeah, and so we're going to see who wins. We're going to see who wins this, and then that'll probably determine who we convert to. Yeah, we can.
This is how they should solve that.
We're going to convert to Judaism or Muslim.
This is how they,
depending on who wins.
This is how they solve that issue, and I'm surprised they haven't come up with this yet. They get two ripped dudes, okay?
Who want me?
And we go,
who want me?
to basically...
who want me post?
Who want this small little white man?
Palestine. Who want me?
Who wants this small little white man that vaguely looks like a cop?
Me and who? And then you just arm wrestle for it.
Yeah.
Two ripped guys. Pick your fighter, and you arm wrestle for it. And
I'll say
abide
this.
by that.
I'll say this. I'm rooting for the Palestinians because I'd rather convert to Palestinian than Israel.
Dude, I
want to
make
honest.
really vague Palestinian and Israel memes that don't apply to the situation, and people are like, does he even know what's that meme where it's like the two arm wrestling, and it's like Palestine, Israel, and then it's me in the middle, and it's like, what if it was like they're not fighting over me?
What if it was like Palestine, Israel, then arm wrestling is what they agree on, or like any two things, and just what they're agreeing on is arm wrestling.
There we go, Grant.
Dude, here's the apology I kind of want to demand though is when you're there, it is really cool, and it was a really cool event. It was cool, like there were people driving by with like Palestinian flags, and there was like a bunch of people who would just be like, "Fuck yeah," like cheering them on, and that's cool. But then there'll also just be like a white guy driving by like on a bike or a unicycle that just has so much energy and is just screaming at the top of his lungs, "Free Palestine!" And it's like, hey man, I think it's great. I wish I had that courage because I'm there. And I don't have that energy. I'm like, I'm here to support, and I'm going to be kind of quiet and just respectful. But then there's like some white people that are just like, yeah, Palestine! And you're like, dude, calm, Jesus. Like, even the people this is directly affecting that have like family over there are not that amped up. Like, and if they are that amped up, that's great because they should be. But us, we're like kind of guests here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Stop making this about you, my man.
Yes.
It's.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, it's just very reminiscent of the guy who was rollerblading through. We've talked about this before, but when we were cleaning up Lake Street after the protests and the burnings there was a guy rollerblading through the rubble.
There was a guy and his wife. Dude, here's what's confusing about protests. I like protests, but also like, when did they just also kind of become the state fair? You know, like
it's always been that way.
You'll be at a protest and you'll see like there's people like sign up to vote. There's like, and you're like, that's important. There's like a person like giving a speech about things, and you're like, that's important to hear this viewpoint. But then there'll also just be like a guy on a unicycle, and you're like, what is this guy doing? You know,
there's people selling plastic swords.
There's a person selling like anime body pins. You know, that are like, I have Naruto, I have Yu-Gi-Oh,
and then you also got the music festival vibes. There's like a drum circle and people passing joints, playing hacky sack. It's like, all right, dude, fuck the police, man. Hell yeah, I can get.
There's some of the
crunchy
most
jams.
There's some of the most disgusting people you've ever, like Grant if he had shifted a little bit in his life.
If I was still a DJ,
was at a fork in the road at some point in his life, and he chose podcasting instead of.
It was either podcaster / stand-up comedian or a guy who just goes to protests, doesn't know what the protest is for, but he's having a good time.
Yeah, I bring the CBD. I bring the flower.
Really, like the protest, the 2020 summer protest made me realize, like, white people with dreads aren't going anywhere. Like, they're their own population, maybe even own religion. I remember I was at a protest, and there's like this like white woman with dreads just like scream crying. And like scream crying Black Lives Matter, which is like, it's like, great, you got the right idea, but
Yeah.
you're making
Love the energy,
everybody
Carol.
in the neighborhood uncomfortable, and
Yeah.
there's like buildings burning down, and the most uncomfortable thing is your vibe right now. Like literally every business is destroyed, and there's like an army tank, but you're the weird vibes right
You're
now.
killing the vibe.
You make me feel more uncomfortable than the armed
the army
men.
guy with the
the
gun
National
in his
Guard.
face.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's that those are tough ones because it's like you're right. It's great to see support for good causes
Yes,
finally
100%.
gaining popularity and being able to discuss Palestine and stuff in a realistic
without
way.
just someone calling you anti-Semitic
Yeah.
for being like, well, it's kind of fucked up how they're being treated.
Also,
there's
there's just always going to be like white people who are just like tweakers, and you kind of need them on the left side more. And it's like,
imagine
yes,
if they were conservatives.
exactly.
Oh, I mean, they are.
Like, there's
Some
just,
of them stormed
are,
the
for sure.
Capitol.
Yeah, that's true.
there's just always going to be a large population of white people who are just off their rocker and with
Yeah.
no consequences. And it's like, all right, I'd rather have you on this side because it's like you just need to scream and be loud and have attention. But it's a dangerous group of white people, I think.
Real quick too, you know what that makes me think of? That another thing that made me feel bad, and I don't know if I owe an apology, but like, so when you get there's like literature and like zines and stuff, and then like you can just take them. I get like there was a person at the table, and I was like, I almost asked her, I was like, do we take these or do we pay you? And then there was like burgers and hot dogs, and you didn't pay for any of it, which I get. Like that's like because this is like probably, an anarchist like backed.
Yeah, you're doing community
event.
communism.
But
and
it's
like
it's
everything's free.
confusing, dude, and you feel bad because you feel like you're kind of an outsider, and you're like, I would like to actually contribute. Like I understand it's important just to be here and to like show support, but also like, is there a way we can finance? Like,
Yeah, I'm sure there's like a Venmo.
Which,
There's, like-
by the way, is the most white shit to be like, can I give you some money
Yeah.
to help this? Is there a way I could just give you money?
Yeah,
What-
and then
what's-
you're
what's
telling
the
everybody
crypto-
at, you're telling everybody at the cookout you have a monocle, and you're like, I financed this cookout.
Dude.
This is kind of all me here.
Well, I was like imagining because I was watching Silence with Martin Scorsese. Like with Martin Scorsese. That's the name of the film. Silence with Martin Scorsese.
What
It's
if
just
he
him
was
sitting
like
there.
he was like Hitchcock and he always does a cameo in his own movie, but it's always just the same monologue that he does in Taxi Driver,
funny.
but just in every movie.
Yeah.
Ryan, you know that monologue well. Why don't you recite it?
I'm good. But
oh my
so-
God, I know it.
I was thinking like
Good one.
going
Good
up
one,
to
Grant.
going up to like these people at the cookout and just being like, have you seen Silence by Scorsese? It's about these Christian missionaries who are going to Japan, and it's just they really don't want the religion. Like I'm upset. Like
Yeah.
that's the only conversation I have with every single person at that cookout.
That's the only way you can become more obnoxious than the unicycle screaming man is by doing like film discussion
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
Anarchist.
Yeah, with people that
Yeah,
are like
the only
"Who?"
guy who's just as cringe, the film guy.
Yeah. And then you're like, yeah, it's Scorsese's best film in my opinion. Have you heard of Quentin Tarantino?
Dude, you go to the Free Palestine cookout and you're selling, Tarantino posters.
And
And
Scarface t-shirts.
Like, have you guys seen MODOK on Hulu? It's great.
you're selling Woody Allen DVDs.
bootleg alley.
It's
DVDs.
DVDs that I have filmed on my TV with a camcorder.
That sounds awesome. I'm glad you attended that though, man.
Yeah, it was
Good.
cool. I mean, it was Caroline's idea, and let's be clear, that's not something that I would be like, I'm gonna go do that on my own. It was
Yeah.
more like Caroline was like, I'm gonna do it, and then I was like, okay, I'll come.
Yeah, that's sick. It's good.
I don't like big crowds of people. That's like I don't know. I just don't like being around people that I don't know. I guess.
Yeah.
Unless I'm the star,
unless
the
that's-
center of
yeah.
Yes,
attention,
unless
I
it's
was
a
gonna say.
stand-up
and
show.
everyone loves me.
Yep.
If even one person doesn't like me, I'll walk off that stage and go to the green room and
Yeah.
tell everyone what a horrible crowd that was.
Just go up to the headliner.
That crowd sucks, dude. You're gonna bomb.
Well, again, kudos to you for going to the Free Palestine.
Thank you. It was very
And
brave.
that's what
of me
this
to
is
do.
all about.
Yeah.
Yes, good job, Ryan.
That's what this
Yeah,
all is about. What was it? Glizzies for Palestine.
But hey, if maybe we can try to find like a Venmo or something that we can stick into the
we can
episode.
post something in the link. Yeah.
Yeah, we should pop in a Venmo.
Yeah, we gotta get rid of Israel, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay, now we're back.
We're
horseshoeing around a little bit.
We gotta get that thing off the map, if you know what I'm saying. Wipe it off the fucking map, baby. Out of here, Israel. Jewish people, you got a homeland. It's called Brooklyn. Okay. I don't know if that's true. I don't know anything about New York or Jewish people. But I might
Another
convert.
crazy thing, dude. I was walking in Williamsburg last night, getting off late at work, and all the I don't know what's up with this, but all the Orthodox families, they're like all hanging out at like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
It's like 3:30 in the morning. And everyone's like at the park playing, like children, like 3-year-olds, and
Well, they're like vampires.
And I'm thinking, it's too damn late for me.
Okay, time out.
Too damn late for these kids.
Blood libel aside, I do think Hasidic Jewish people are they're the closest thing we have to like a real vampire, where they dress like a vampire.
I'm not gonna lie.
Apparently they're out late at night.
I don't want to say. I'm going
Sleep
to sound.
hanging upside down.
They have an accent.
Sleep in coffins.
I'm going to sound like
we're not going to be able to release any of this
anti-Semitic,
episode.
but just like culturally like unaware.
I'm pro-Semitic
and dumb. But I'm very curious because they're always walking around on cell phones, walking really fast. They're always hopping into like vans and going away. And I'm just like, what are these guys up to? You know,
I'll tell you what they're up to.
These
I
communities, and they're all just like moving around, and I'm like, man, you guys got your own thing going on.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I don't think that's not specific to Judaism. I think what you're observing is like if there's any
it's
weird
a cult.
little
It's
if
straight
there's
up
an
a cult.
in-group, but if there's an in-group that you observe, like I was driving home from Wisconsin this morning and I saw a horse and buggy. And it's the same
Maybe
kind of
Amish.
thing.
I don't know.
It's the same kind of thing, though. I'm trying to dig you out of this.
Thank you.
Tommy's just disagreeing.
Yeah.
Like, no, I think I'm racist, dude. No, I think I'm just anti-Semitic.
But it is weird
I'm
because you
something,
imagine like how what is going on with like how is there a horse and buggy while I'm blasting by with my iPhone?
You're living in a different world, and I'll just real quick apologize for comparing Hasidic Jewish people to vampires.
You got a little bit too pro-Palestine for a second
sorry.
there, if I may.
Sorry, this literature, man, it's crazy. There's just a zine
That must have been a
says,
hell of a zine.
Jews are vampires.
Yeah. That was at the pro-Palestine cookout. I was like, what's up with
Okay, which I want to clarify. That was not at the pro-Palestine cookout. There was nothing anti-Semitic there.
It wasn't. You
I
are
really
winking,
wanna
though, when you are
clarify.
saying this. You are winking while you're saying this right now.
God, this is what happens when we even try to
To be good,
Yeah. I
we
don't know.
just be 10 times worse somehow.
Yeah.
Okay, we're sorry.
Well, fine. We're sorry.
Fine.
We're sorry that we
Okay.
said that the pro-Palestine cookout had.
Grant is right. It's just different worlds. Different worlds are interesting, especially when you get a peak so close to your world. You're just like, man, this is just different world. It's crazy.
It's a whole new world where Hasidic Jewish people are
around at 3 in the
vampires.
morning.
Why?
I don't know why they're up. The kids should be in bed. Where don't they have school or something?
Their kids take night school classes, even though they're 7.
Have some matzo balls to make.
Imagine
all right,
a
so
world
I have something
without Israel.
So I found out I work with Daniel Day-Lewis's son.
Damn.
Let's go.
Which
Okay.
is so weird. So so there's this guy in like the office, you know, when so this is like maybe like a month and a half ago or whatever, like a customer tested positive for COVID. So like everyone like the night before. So everyone in their shift the next day had to like do a COVID test or whatever.
Yeah.
So you had to stick the thing up your nose. And I'm in the office and everyone's kind of like watching me stick the thing up my nose. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to do a little joke. You know, break the ice. And I was like, oh, yeah, this is like a hack joke. Probably it's been made a bunch of times. But I was like, oh, it's crazy how COVID's just like up here in the nose. It's not in my mouth at all. It's just way up in my nose. And everyone, it was funny. Everyone, got some laughs. And then this guy with tattoos sitting on the computer just goes, that's not true. It's not. It's not in the nose. It can be transmitted from the mouth. It can be. And I go, I know. I was doing a fucking joke.
So you got
God.
an IRL reply guy.
Yeah, and then that got a big laugh because I was like, I was doing a fucking joke, dude. And then he just like turns back to the computer, And then a month later, my coworker's like, yeah, that's Daniel Day-Lewis's son. He works here like 2 times a week.
Does anyone like him? Do people like him?
I don't know. He just kind of like hangs out. I don't know really why he works at a bathhouse. I like looked up his Instagram and he has like a bunch of followers, and also he's Daniel Day-Lewis's son.
Yeah.
So I don't know what his deal is.
Okay.
But
Daniel Day-Lewis does seem like one of those guys who would be like, I will give my son nothing. I will make his life difficult.
I'm actually preparing for a
role have any
where
trust fund.
Because that's what Philip Seymour Hoffman did to his kids.
Really?
He didn't leave them all his money in as well.
More like Philip Say Less Hoffman. More like Philip Say Less Hoffman.
Philip Say Less Hoffman.
Philip Pay Less.
Real quick,
Hoffman.
just really want to apologize for all of the things I said about Jewish people.
Okay, that's the second time. Yeah,
I know, because I do feel bad now, and I feel like we're probably not going to cut it because it was funny.
No.
But
I don't think we need to even. I don't even think it was that bad.
I don't either, but some people might, and if they did, then I'm sorry I said it.
Okay.
Kagan, if you're listening to this,
Zach, we want to have you on the pod, baby.
We love you, baby. You're my best friend.
Yeah.
And we're sorry.
The problem
All
with
right.
continuing to apologize for it is that every time you apologize, the immediate 30 seconds after that just makes it so much worse because
we have to discuss it again, and then Tommy says, "I don't think you should have apologized."
Yeah. I actually take nothing back.
What's
and I wish I would have gone
All right.
even. No.
How old is
okay.
Daniel Day-Lewis II?
Is that his name?
I've been thinking about calling him Daniel Day-Lewis's dad, just to like dig myself.
Why don't you
Be
come?
like, aren't you Daniel Day-Lewis's dad or something like that?
Why don't you?
I don't know. He's probably like 28 or something like that.
Oh, so the way he was speaking, I was expecting it to be like kind of a middle-aged, like fuddy-duddy. That's pretty lame.
No,
that
he seems like he looks like a cool guy. I don't get why he didn't understand I was joking.
He might have been like personally affected by COVID or know someone who,
Well, and also Daniel Day-Lewis.
No one's been affected or personally affected.
Daniel Day-Lewis, great actor, not known for his comedy chops, I will say.
Yeah, where was he in American Pie 2? The pinnacle of comedy.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
he wasn't
where was
even
he
in
the
it.
Nutty Professor too?
Why wasn't he in Waterboy?
Or
Why
didn't he play the starring role in Waterboy?
Big Mama's House. Where was he?
Yeah.
Where was he? And that's the real question.
He's got some.
But it's really weird. I'm like discovering that there's just like celebrities will just pop in to the bathhouse.
Yeah.
And it's like I went on like the Instagram last night because I'm like, what is going on?
Have you ever seen J-Lo or J-High?
I saw a J High. I didn't see a J Low.
J Medium.
I searched J-Li and J-Ho. J-Lo.
I saw Action Bronson in the fucking. Yeah, he's looking all right.
Yeah, man is getting fit, isn't he?
Yeah, he's getting fit. He's looking good. Respect.
Good for him. When you saw
Good
him
for action.
When you saw him, were you like, man, I just wish this was Ghostface Killer though?
Well, when I saw him,
He's
I
like
was
so close.
All you have to do is close
When you
your eyes. And then,
Well, I saw him. I was like, is that Action? I don't think that's Action Bronson. That's just a guy who looks like that. And then someone was like, yeah, that's Action Bronson.
Has anyone
like,
ever insulted him by calling him In Action Bronson?
Ooh, the movie.
In Action Bronson.
maybe that's
In
what
Action Bronson on ice.
Yeah, you gotta get fit.
maybe that's what inspired him to get fit.
Did he get fit?
Yeah, he's like he's definitely not a big fat anymore.
Damn, dude.
Yeah,
I
he's
can't
like,
say that to him now if I meet him.
He's like husky. He's like husky. He's like a husky boy.
He's husky healthy. Husky's healthy.
He's
I'll
like a
say it.
strongman guy. Did you ever see
Husky's
that?
in.
Did you ever see that video of him punching the fan and off the stage?
No,
Oh, it's amazing.
How come stand-up comedians can't do that?
Oh man, because
we're weak.
Yeah, we're weak pussies. That's
we
why.
would just get our fucking asses kicked if that happened.
Yeah.
There's definitely. I think Brian Miller was saying he Chris Maddock got punched in the head at Grumpy's one time
Yeah,
while
that
he
makes
was hosting
sense.
Grumpy's. But yeah, Grumpy's R.I.P. That was a great mic, a dead mic.
Yeah.
Way better than Crankies.
Yeah, or sneezies.
Dude, I've been on stage,
I didn't like sneezies.
Yeah, I've been on stage like it never got like too bad, but like just like getting vibes from like one guy, maybe make like one joke about the table that he's sitting at, and you're like, oh, this man hates me right now. Like this man wants to kill me. I better like, pivot and get off this. But yeah, if you keep digging
Tommy,
in,
remember when we did the Wyoming shows and I feel like the sets I did there, I was so close to either getting my ass kicked or just having the greatest set of my life. Like there was no in the middle of those shows.
Yeah, those were very famous. That was probably the most you've ever been on stage.
I think I told a guy I was gay. Because he was like, he got aggressive.
I feel like you've done that a lot of times.
Well, he like stood up, and I was like, "I'm gay, man. I love you." And then he was like,
"Dude, you were getting tables angry at you, and then you were getting like standing ovations from different corners."
It was crazy.
I mean, I kept it. I mean,
you were even
like,
keel.
I was only doing comedy for a couple years. Yeah. You know, I mean, I've only been doing it for like 5 years, but like, I was like, all right, I was keeping it pretty even keel, and you were going up there. And you were letting
wild shit.
I was. It is weird when
it
is weird when you key into something like that, and then you know in your mind that what you're doing is possibly dangerous for you, but you're getting a good reaction from the crowd. So like the performer muscle will not let you stop going back to that well until it's dry.
It's a very reactionary place to be. Ryan at one point like got an applause break from saying retard.
I think I asked someone if they were retarded, which...
And then you were like, can we say that here? And then you're like, can we say that here? And then like this group of table guys just like went, yes!
Well, dude, like half the room was like...
And then like, and then half the room was like... And then these like two women in the other corner were like, no, no. And then like shortly after the next bit, Ryan just screams... I'm the greatest comedian in the world.
Also, I was featuring. I remember screaming that.
And like, I'm in the back, 6 beers deep at this point. Like, this dude is going off.
I remember yelling into the mic, I'm the greatest comedian in the world. And then I did like 2 more jokes, got off the stage, and then the headliner went up and just started bombing.
And
horrifically.
The headliner was Bob, right?
Bob Damaris.
I mean, he already is not a fan of this podcast.
He fucking hates me.
Enemy
Dude, that guy is a fucking lunatic. By the way, have we ever talked about how he on the way he was like, yeah, I've beat over 100 guys in fights, and we were like, damn, dude, like how? And he was like, well, I was a military cop, and we were like, wait, so
he just like arrested.
So he considered every time he arrested
he just
a person
the fuck out of people.
He was doing Italian racism at 4 a.m.
He was doing police brutality and just chalking it up as a body count.
Yeah, I won that fight.
I think we've talked about this before, but we could rehash. I think this was maybe an earlier episode, but like, yeah, he picks us up at like 4 a.m. to go to Wyoming. Someone cuts him off, and he's like, fucking Italians.
Dude,
and we're just like, what?
Also, we were like...
Isn't he Italian?
I don't know.
Damaris sounds like a fucking...
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
This was also winter, and he was driving like... The speed limit was like 65. He's going like 80, and the roads are like ice.
He drank 14... I believe it was Mr. Pibb Zeros, which I didn't even know.
I thought it was like RC Cola or something. It was something weird.
It was like it was like some off-brand cola, but it was the.
It was something that your aunt, who never married anyone, just has at her house. You know what I mean?
It's bizarre that you guys. When did this happen?
This was what, 2 years ago, 3?
And then also,
it's pretty bizarre that you went on a tour with Bob Damaris and he took you back into the year 1988.
Dude,
because
truly,
the gig that you did, like those gigs don't exist anymore. How did you even?
You walked in and like,
yeah, it was a true like running the light Sam Talent. Like it like the book reminded me
American
of like,
Legion.
If that weekend was Sam Talent in 80s and 90s comics, like every weekend for their entire lives. It was that weekend.
Billy Wayne Davis, is that what is it?
Oh, dude, yeah, Billy
Ray Schaefer.
After the last show,
Billy Ray Schaefer. Billy Wayne Davis is actual comic.
After the last show, we're like just hanging out, me and Tommy, we're getting drunk, and Bob is like asleep at the.
Can I cut you off
on
really quick?
On the bar? Yeah.
He also said during the car ride there that he doesn't drink anymore, and he got drunk every night. So I don't know.
So
if he,
dude, okay,
if
so
we
he's
made this guy relapse.
Yeah, yeah, he didn't. He didn't.
Also,
he's asleep.
Ryan, we're doing psychological warfare on this man in the car. Like,
we did not
were,
like him.
Full on gaslighting, manipulating this man until he was going crazy.
I remember. I think me and Tommy both asked him if he'd ever killed anyone. Probably 10 times. Probably 10 times.
Yeah.
And every time we would ask him, he'd just get really quiet.
I think I came out of the closet to him to see how he would react. I think I was like, I'm actually gay.
Dude.
Yeah. Like.
Dude, so he's asleep at the bar. Me and Tommy are getting drunk, and then like the bartender was this really nice lady, and she was like, "Do you guys want to do a couple shots, like on the house?" Like she liked us.
Yeah.
And Bob perks up and is like, "Yeah, I'll do one." And she was like, "No, you won't. You were just asleep on the bar." What did he say to her? He was he called her.
He threatened to go over the bar and fight her.
Yeah, he was like, "I'll fight you," and she was like, "Excuse me." And
He's like, "You want to make it 101?
Well, what did
fights
he say?
that I've won."
It was so weird because like he was like, she was like, "What did you say?" And he was like, "Nothing." And she was like, "You just said you would hit me," and he was
and
like,
then he just kind of fell back asleep on the bar. And then the next morning, we're like, "Yeah, Bob, you threatened to fight the lady bartender," and then he was just driving, looking ahead, like, "No, I didn't."
Dude, also
no.
later, okay, so he was asleep for a little bit, then he got up, and then like this lady who I think was married was like giving him a lap dance or something. It was the weirdest thing.
He was married, and he was asking for he's a married guy, and he's asking for a lap dance. He didn't get one, but he was like, "Why don't you come sit on my lap?" But just literally a disgusting Jabba the Hutt of a man who's also just terrible at comedy. I mean,
so bad at comedy. Dude, he bombed so bad.
We can move on from
sorry.
that.
Well, anyways, Bob, you owe everyone an apology.
An apology, and also unban Ryan from Bob's Damaris's World's Greatest Comedy Bunker.
Yeah.
Also, I'm sorry that I said the R word in that bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll say it. I mean, it did crush me.
Okay, so I have an apology from the news. I didn't make a new sound clip, so I'll spare you, Ryan. We'll have new one next week.
No, play the sound clip.
All right, we'll play the sound clip.
This is CNN breaking news.
Yeah, I creep young women out. It's kind of my thing. Thank you for playing it.
No problem. So
Do you
this
like
is
it now? Have you come around to it?
I mean,
yeah, now I think it's pretty fun.
It's catchy. It's catchy and good. How about Ben thinking just our instinct is to make fun of George Floyd at any time we play a music drop on this podcast?
Dude,
It's like, dude.
Man, I love Ben so much.
Shout out to Ben. Yeah, one of the most charismatic and funny people.
Yeah,
we've had on the pod.
what a great guest.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ben, for doing it. Everybody go listen to his podcast. Actually, after this one finishes playing.
No. Listen to it right now. Burn your heroes.
This podcast, listen, and then come back.
Don't even come back. Just start listening to his.
You can come back. Okay, so this is kind of funny. Apparently on Jeopardy the other day, this guy got like super into it while he was winning. And so Jeopardy, I don't know what this, the headline is Jeopardy TOC player. I don't know what TOC.
Tournament of Champions.
Oh, there you go. All right. Tournament of Champions player apologizes for loud behavior on the show. His name is finalist Ryan Bilger. Ryan? Also a Ryan. Any relation?
Yeah.
He said he's sorry. Oh, you are related.
Yeah,
okay.
we are related.
Interesting.
Yeah,
he said he's sorry if
there's a huge Ryan group chat of all the Ryans in the
and
world.
they all play Jeopardy against
and
each
it
other.
is fucked up.
Yeah, dude, not good. They call it the R word group chat, and the R stands for Ryan in that one, so it's fine. No need to apologize. He en route to winning $32,405 and advancing to the semifinals. He got very excited. At one point, beat his chest in anticipation of acing a question, and at another point, told the guest host, "I'm gonna go for the kill," as he wagered $6,000 on a daily double. Big
so
wager.
he's a
And
gamer.
pulled out a pistol. He pulled out
Yes.
a pistol while he was
So we're
saying
getting
that.
gamer representation on Jeopardy. is
Love
what's
to see
happening.
it. And
He
so,
teabagged someone.
Yeah.
but here's the thing. Apparently, the audience of Jeopardy was absolutely triggered because people were coming after him for his like aggressive, loud behavior on Jeopardy. So he had to apologize for it. He said in a string of tweets in the wake of much backlash to his bravado. This is the writing from the article, not me freestyling. I see there's a lot of people out there who are displeased with me after Jeopardy tonight. Look, I get it. I had a ton of adrenaline flowing through my veins. I got a daily double on a piece of Pennsylvania history I've known since I was a child. I was playing better than I ever expected. Yes, I got pretty loud and excited. I get that that's not what many people want out of Jeopardy. That's insane.
What
Like,
this
why
guy
are
is
people
doing to the
demanding-
game of
Because
Jeopardy is what
Jeopardy-
Happy Gilmore did to golf. He's
Thank
making
you.
it exciting.
No, I disagree. Jeopardy is a relaxing thing that at the end of your day, you put Jeopardy on. Maybe you know a couple things. You know, you and your significant other, you play it with yourselves, and then whoever wins, great, good for them. It should be a wholesome
we're the
thing.
Jeopardy kind of like board. We're the boardroom meeting. We're the CEOs, and it's like, look, this man is making Jeopardy exciting. He's bringing new viewers to the game. You know, he's making it better than what it once was.
I do not like him and his human emotional behavior.
I don't. This isn't Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. This is Jeopardy. If you want to act like that on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, do that. But this is Jeopardy.
You gotta open your mind, you guys. You gotta change with the times. Jeopardy. Are you guys? What was
I'm
that
not
noise?
even.
Not me. I am a robot.
I'm not even in the
I'm the
bit right
Jeopardy
now.
robot.
I'm earnestly arguing that they shouldn't act like
You
this.
suck, dude. Here we go. I think we have some clips from some.
You got so excited that
alert.
you answered a question right. Congrats, you fucking genius. You loser genius.
Let me see if I can get.
Plutarch quotes this man who sentenced many to death. Small ones deserve that, and I have no hire for the greater crimes. You have 30 seconds. Good luck.
That sounds like Joe Christensen.
Okay.
It'd be crazy if he was hosting.
I mean, he does host a trivia game, The Bungler. Okay, this is. I did not screen this clip before. Now we just have the Jeopardy music playing. I want to see this
The
guy's.
adjective draconian comes from that Greek lawgiver who is known for his harsh penalties. How much are you going to add to your score? Everything. So you are going up to 18,800 in a very good place for one of those wild card spots. We come next to Sarah Jet Rayburn. You had 9,800. You wrote down, who is Crito.
No, I thought of Draco too late.
That happens.
Dumb
And how much
bitch.
is it going to cost you? Everything. Okay, so you'll drop down to 0. Bringing us to Ryan Bilger. You had an impressive 32,400. Your response, Draco. And how much are you going to add to that? $5. That will bring your total up to $32,405. And that means congratulations, Ryan Bilger. You are our first semifinalist. Jason, very well positioned for one of those wild card spots. What a great way to start the tournament.
I don't think
Join
that
us
was
tomorrow for another
the worst that he
quarterfinal
did.
game.
Okay,
Thanks again.
Well, this seems insanely unreasonable that people got mad at this guy for being
people
hyped
do
up
stuff
on
like that all the time, and it's cool. But if you're screaming and you're yelling, like that's insane, dude. You're on Jeopardy. Most people who watch this show are like in their 60s, and you're scaring them.
Why are you going to bat for the status quo, man?
I can't believe it.
in
dude.
this case,
You're such a company man. You're such a shill.
No,
Yeah,
in this
dude.
case, the status quo rules. And I'll say this,
Dude,
listeners,
Bro, do you even hear yourself?
listeners,
Dude, the
if
status
you,
quo rules.
if in this specific case, anyone who's watched Jeopardy, write in. Tell them that I'm right, because you guys haven't watched Jeopardy like I have. Okay, I'm a Jet
Y'all don't
head.
even
the
watch
fuck is
Jeopardy.
going
I'm
on?
a
dude?
Jet head, baby. I love it. I love to watch it. That
Y'all
sounds a
ain't
little
really
racist.
Jeopardy
It sounds
heads.
racist to call
Jet
myself a
does
Jet
not sound
head.
good.
But
Those damn
but
Jet
hey,
heads.
that's what they call their fans, Jet heads.
They do call their fans Jep heads.
Jep
and
head,
there's
though.
there's a lot of dispute.
Here's the thing. This is a calm
You're
game.
gonna keep going on
a
this.
tranquil game, and you watch it while you eat dinner, and then you go, honey, I knew that one. I knew the answer to that one. Or, you say it, and then you high five your significant other. Sometimes they get one. You high five them. It's fun.
It's a good way to show that you know pointless information.
Yes. And okay, if you know pointless information and you get it right,
I do, which I do.
Do you stand up and scream
Yeah,
and beat your chest?
when I'm watching Jeopardy with my girlfriend, I get one right and I stand up and I point right in her face and I go, "Ah!"
See, yeah.
I
This
fucking
is-
get into it. Yeah,
This is how I know you don't watch Jeopardy, because you guys wouldn't be together if you did that. You
I
guys
don't know,
would.
man.
That's a transgression that a relationship cannot survive.
nah, I don't know, man. We're built different. That's all it is.
You got DJ vibes right now. You got big DJ.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've been dabbling with getting back into the DJ game. Everybody's telling me not to do it, but
Literally everyone who ever heard me DJ,
My lawyer, my wife, everyone's advising me to go a different direction.
My business manager says it'll ruin me.
Kamala called me.
Everyone's telling me not to do this.
I'm never gonna. Actually, the leader of Israel and Palestine both came to me and said, "Do not do it. Please don't do it." Yeah, that's how they got the ceasefire brokered. Actually, yeah.
What's crazy is it's so funny to be like, everybody in my life's telling me not to do this, but you know what? I got a feeling. I got a feeling inside
that tonight's gonna be a good night.
Good night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't think that song was glitchy enough, so I had to add just my little Grant spin to it.
My girlfriend got mad at me for asking if she likes glizzies, and she was like, "Do I like what?" I was like, "A glizzy," and she's like, "What is that?" I was like, "A hot dog," and then she was like, "Why wouldn't you just say a hot dog?"
Yeah.
I was like, Zoomers are calling it glizzies.
One of those moments when the brain damage from prolonged exposure to the internet really starts to show because...
She was in the right, by the way.
Oh, absolutely.
I would be mad, too, if she just asked me a thing I didn't know, and then there's another word for it that everyone knows. Mm-hmm. I was trying to be cool, I think.
If that ever comes up in Jeopardy... You're going to get to stand up and scream in her face that you knew what a glizzy was.
You don't stand up and scream.
What is a glizzy?
I bought some fishing poles.
Okay.
I'm going to go fishing, I think. Probably today.
You're going to go fishing?
Yeah, bitch.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, you fucking bitch.
You're going to go pull some Huck Finn shit, man. You're looking a little like, I guess we're kind of dressed the exact same.
What about fuck him?
Yeah, you guys
fuck him.
Always have the same vibe.
What do you mean?
You guys always just got similar vibe, similar voice, it's
that's what
fantastic.
sucks when Grant says something that's insane and then
all that stuff about Jews being vampires.
Yeah, dude, and then it sounds like I said it, but actually Grant did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
and to be fair, you said that Hasidic Jewish people are like vampires, not all Jewish people.
Oh my god. Anyways, I don't think I sounds like we're divided on this. I don't think this dude has anything to apologize for. Ryan clearly does.
I'll
Tommy,
say this.
where do you fall?
I really don't care.
Fuck you.
But I like it when anybody's a little excited about anything. I think enthusiasm's good.
You guys are both so
I like to see that in Jeopardy.
All right.
I'll say this.
Yep, well, that's it.
I'll
2-1, Ryan, you lose.
and that's
In
it.
the spirit of Jeopardy, I will solemnly accept his apology. Stoically accept. That's the other thing. As a stoic, it bothers me when people get excited.
Oh my god, dude. What?
Don't get so excited all the time.
Dude,
time.
you can't. You gotta let.
That's the most insane.
Go.
That's the most insane.
Ryan, contradictions are just falling out of every hole in his body, his eyes and his ears, and you just gotta let it. You just gotta let it go.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful
What's
thing
crazy
to see.
right now is my mouth is not on the microphone. It's actually my ass, and I'm talking out of it. It's great.
Yeah, Ryan, it's a beautiful thing to see your friend, screaming at the top of his lungs 1 minute, and then 10 minutes later being like, I'm a stoic. I'm cool,
People
calm,
shouldn't get
collected,
excited.
They
and
shouldn't.
I think.
How many good things have happened because a person was excited? Now think about how many bad things have happened because a person was excited.
Probably all good things.
But
I'd
what
say
about
all good things.
murders? Every murder, probably a person was excited.
No, I'd
before
say
they
a
did
lot
it.
of murders.
They got excited. They pounded their chest.
Crime with passion, yes.
They went, I'm winning Jeopardy right now.
That would be nuts if he just started killing everybody. All the other
That's
contestants.
the next step. That's literally the next thing that's going to happen if this isn't reined in.
All right, we have an anonymous listener apology. We got a spicy one this week, a good one, as well as last week. We ID'd the people from last week's apology. We might be setting something up.
I'm a detective.
Yeah.
Dude, I solved that.
I called it first.
No, I think I did.
No.
We'll check the tape. We'll check the tape.
There is.
I do not believe that Tommy called it.
Wait,
Damn,
we can just
okay.
run it back right now.
Oh, I called it.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
so
we
that's
just
how you called it?
we just listened in our headphones.
we listened in our
It doesn't go
headphones.
on the Zoom.
Wait, I'm listening in my head,
No, you don't have access to it.
and oh my
actually.
god, the tape's been deleted.
What?
You don't have access to
Have
it.
we?
you guys
Have
delete
we
it?
been hacked?
Did you delete
Ryan,
the evidence?
did you hack the genes of this
Go
podcast?
back, listen to the tapes. I think I called it that it was Zach and Aaron, two comedians and friends of mine. I think it was me,
we
but
called
if it
it.
wasn't,
We called it for
if
sure.
it wasn't, then I will stand corrected. I have a poor memory.
I think I called it. Okay, so if you want to submit your own anonymous apology or demand your own anonymous apology, go to grantwinklescomedy.com/WeCoolPodcast. Please do that. We need more. Here we go. I would like to apologize to my ex-boyfriend's new girlfriend. You guys listening?
Yeah. Sorry, Tommy.
Yeah, I was
flexing.
Grant, look at me though. Grant.
Oh, Tommy is cut. Tommy getting strong.
Okay, we need to
He's
hurry
got
up.
that
you guys.
bathhouse.
We need to hurry.
We need to hurry up.
Okay.
Right now.
I was drunk in a bar. I'm resetting.
It's so
The
funny.
listeners
I'm
are gonna
sorry.
hate this shit.
It's so funny for us to fuck off like that and then tell you that we need to hurry up.
And it's also only for you two.
Yeah.
Like, because I think most people listen to this.
A lot of people on YouTube love when I flip Tommy off.
That's true, and I like it too. I enjoy it.
Thank you. It's
So,
something for you to do.
Here we
when you
go.
edit.
I would like to apologize to my ex-boyfriend's new girlfriend. I was drunk in a bar and I saw her, so I decided to steal her Birken bag, forcefully throw up in it in the bathroom, and slide it back onto her chair without her noticing.
I just gasped.
So apparently a Birken bag.
I just gasped. I'm shocked right now. That's.
So wait, is that the
that's
whole
crazy.
apology?
No, there's more.
Okay.
Tommy, let's get a clean take on that gasp, though. Nice.
Oh my lord. What do you?
Oh man,
What's that?
Ryan just he owned himself with use of the soundboard.
I did it again.
There is no boo. Actually.
I thought there was a boo.
Okay, wait.
This is
Okay.
Stop, Ryan.
Damn, there's not a boo.
Yep. Okay.
All right. Okay, damn. She takes ex-boyfriend's girlfriend's purse, throws up in the bathroom, hides it under their
So
chair.
apparently a Birken bag.
That's
are you
expensive,
familiar
right?
with these? They're handbags worth thousands of dollars, is what my girlfriend told me. Thousands of dollars. So I then proceeded to sit at the end of the bar and watch her stick her hand in her bag for something. As satisfying as it was, I didn't realize how expensive those bags were until I got home and looked it up. But not bad enough to replace the bag. Let's go.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's
I kind of like the soundboard now that I'm clicking it.
yeah, it's fun,
Dude,
right?
this is that's very
It's pretty twisted behavior.
But also, this person didn't know how expensive it was. But
Still.
But also, you're throwing up in someone's handbag.
Yeah.
So wait, she
also the body control of this woman to activate a throw up, then bring herself together, sit at the end of the bar. I mean, this takes a lot of
it's
composure and body
diabolical.
control.
Yeah.
And it's diabolical, which it's like, something so twisted, it's like you kind of got to respect it a little bit.
That's what I'm thinking. She does say she was drunk. So, it probably made the vomiting easier and also lowers the inhibitions for decision making.
Yeah.
You're making bad decisions, essentially.
I wonder if she told anyone else in her friend group that she did that, or if this was just a prank for her.
Yeah.
Do you know the funny thing is? This woman is
Also, we're
somewhere
assuming
between
their
the ages-
gender, which
Yeah.
which if we're not, but this person is somewhere between the ages of like 24 and 30, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
It's either someone that adjacent to me or they're an adult, and it's just funny that like our parents were like getting married in their mid-20s, and she's like, I'm gonna throw up in a bag, hide it under a chair, and watch the chaos unfold.
dude, that's some Splinter Cell shit though.
Yeah.
To take the bag and then quietly throw up and then quietly put it back without anybody noticing.
Yeah. Impressive.
That's some Splinter
It's
Cell shit.
sneaky. It's very, and like the timing, she had to make sure she had to be around her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend and girlfriend, so they know the boyfriend knows who she is, of course. So she had to be around.
This is like
the
Ocean's
boyfriend,
11.
we don't know if the boyfriend is there or not.
Okay, we don't know, but whether the ex or whether the current girlfriend doesn't know who the ex-girlfriend is.
That would make it a lot easier.
Yeah, it would make it a lot easier, but still, you have to steal a purse and then put it back. It's hard to steal something.
especially a
This is
purse.
straight up like a crime, right? I mean, it's got to be in some way.
I mean, it was it's maybe damaged.
Yeah, trespassing.
Yeah. She trespassed in her purse.
I think this is tax evasion or something.
Your Honor.
Some crime. Your Honor, when I threw up in the purse, that was tax evasion.
I do think this is another example of how we've kind of we've broken down some walls for our listeners to feel comfortable sharing things like this. So I don't want to rake anybody over the coals too much, but this is like I said, this is some twisted behavior.
Here's the thing.
I gotta be, but I respect it.
I agree.
Yeah,
I mean,
this
this might surprise people based on what I said about the celebrity apology, but this is perfectly okay because guess what? She wasn't showing off about it. She wasn't showboating. She was stoic and intelligent and calculating, which is everything a good mother should be.
Well, yeah, I mean, also, it does sound a little bit like
someone who commit. Sorry, Grant.
Well, it just sounds like a little bit revenge thrillery. Like, is she now stalking this girlfriend?
I would watch this movie.
Yeah.
Well, like any true criminal and killer, which I think this woman has killer instincts for this move.
Mm-hmm.
Cold-blooded instincts.
Killer queen.
Mm-hmm.
But like any killer or criminal, they do like to admit. You know, they want to admit it somewhere.
Yeah, you have to get that
I think
off
this is a good outlet.
You got to get that off your chest or your shoulders or your back.
So if you are a listener, if you are if you're the damn Joker movie, this is a good outlet to get to admit the things because that's the fun of the game.
Yeah,
is to leave a little clue out there.
We're basically us three are like Robert Downey Jr. and Zodiac.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're the Zodiac reporters.
Robert Downey Jr.
And
we're gonna end our lives on a houseboat.
I'm Mark Ruffalo.
I'm the other guy, the main character.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, I'm Jake Gyllenhaal.
You know who I am?
I'm Jake Gyllenhaal.
You know who I am?
I'm Jake Gyllenhaal. Fuck you. You're Mark Ruffalo.
No, dude.
Fuck you.
Fine,
you already picked Mark Ruffalo. You already picked Mark Ruffalo. I'm Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah,
you can
Mark
be
daddy.
I'm baby.
He's socialist.
Shut
daddy.
up.
First of all,
can we mute him?
Tommy's a cop ass bitch. Mark Ruffalo.
You're a cop, you little fucking baby.
Narc. More like Narc Ruffalo. Okay.
Nice.
Gotcha.
Grant.
Got his ass.
Give me some of that.
That was sick.
Give me some of that.
I was gonna say, you know who I am?
Very clever wordplay, Grant.
You know who I am?
Who are you?
I'm the damn Zodiac.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
God.
It was me the whole damn time.
Damn.
I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you meddling movie stars.
Wait, what was does the listener describe the reaction of the
It was
girlfriend?
Arthur Lee Allen was who the Zodiac killer was.
Not proven.
I think it was him.
Okay. No, not really. It just says I then proceeded to sit at the end of the bar and watch her stick her hand in her bag for something. Also, kind of serial killer behavior. Observing the crime play out. Yes.
I would like to know what if this person wants
do you think
write in again. I would like to know what was the reaction.
Yeah.
Like
horror.
Also,
you have to imagine horror.
Do you think she went
also
up
there's
to her?
different kinds of, not to get too gross, but there's different kinds of barf. Like was it?
So again, she's drunk at the bar. I'm expecting this to be a boozy kind of hot
like
liquor.
a vodka soda.
Yeah, like a hot, like very thin, stingy.
Yeah, we don't need to go too in depth.
Oh, you're drawing a line right here.
Yeah,
Ryan?
it's gross.
Okay.
It's gross.
Ryan doesn't like this type of stuff.
Tommy, we bumped
like
into one of Ryan's invisible road markers.
Yeah, Ryan. I love Ryan's line.
I don't
one
like
of his invisible "do not enter" signs.
I don't like icky. We can be vaguely anti-Semitic as long as we apologize for it.
And we're pro-Palestine.
We are pro-Palestine, but I don't like icky stuff.
Okay.
No. Hey, you gotta respect. You don't like icky.
Okay. Have you guys ever done?
Icky, baby.
Have you guys ever?
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
Just immediately the most anti-Semitic fucking voice.
Have you guys ever done anything like this? This reminds me of something specifically I did one time that I don't think I've ever brought up on here, kind of surprisingly. I can apologize for this. One time when I was in college, I was reading at a coffee shop. It was I think it was Caribou Coffee right by the Applebee's you used to work at.
Crazy.
At the hotel.
On University, yeah.
And there was a guy... So I had my coffee and I was drinking it and I was there for a while, okay? So then this guy came up next to me and he falls asleep in the chair next to me. And it was like... It was not a... It was like a regular looking guy. It was not an unhoused person, as you would imagine possibly happens at some establishments within a city. You got street dwellers coming in and falling asleep in businesses. It was not that situation. The guy ordered a coffee, came and fell asleep like almost immediately right next to me, and I'm sitting there being like, dude, you got to get that coffee in you, man. Then you won't be falling asleep.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm still reading, kind of keeping an eye on this guy, and he's still asleep. It's time for me to leave, and I just steal his coffee on the way out and left.
Yeah.
It was pretty awesome because at some point, I always just like to imagine that guy waking up. And
the coffee would have gone to waste. They would have made him another one for free.
Yeah.
It's a win-win situation.
Yeah. He honestly probably
the
thought
business doesn't care.
he
doesn't care.
He probably thought like a worker took his coffee and was just like, oh, this guy must be done with it.
Okay. Well, this is good because I always imagined it as like a high level
Like it
crime
ruined his
caper.
life?
Yeah. Yes. And that I've kind of been on the lam ever since then. That's how I've lived. I did adopt it. Grant Winkles isn't my original name, so it's good to know I can go back to.
To Gorgie Mekamoff.
Meme again.
Hello, the name's Gorgie Mekamoff.
So I'll apologize to the sleeping man. But that's the only thing that came to my mind.
Sleeping man.
Be careful, kids, or the sleeping man will come to a caribou.
Be careful.
And sleep next
If
to
you
you.
fall asleep at a caribou, someone might take your coffee.
The sleepy man. Sleeping man. He is so damn sleepy and tired.
I'm sleeping.
He just got off a 12-hour shift, and he's ready to go night-night.
He just worked 7 days in a row. He goes to buy coffee, but he's too sleepy to even drink it.
He's too sleepy to get his coffee.
It's like, dude, you got so close. Just raise the cup of hot brown to your lips, and you're gonna stay awake, brother. And I'm not gonna steal it from
How's
you.
it going, Adam Sandler here? And I'm just too sleepy.
All right.
All right.
So
guys, this was.
Shut up.
We need to.
Shut up. This was an okay episode.
I think there were some high points.
3 out of 5.
Dude, I'm gonna mute myself.
Okay.
Good.
That.
I'm just kidding. I unmuted myself.
The episode was getting better, I feel like.
Yeah, right there. It was starting to tick upwards.
Yeah.
But can't win them
But
all.
that's where we gotta cut it short.
Can't win 'em
because
all.
I have to
Well,
go.
I actually gotta hit the road.
Me too. So
I guess I gotta go.
I invented leaving.
So-
I invented leaving.
yeah,
and
Did
I
you
don't-
guys see on
Before
Instagram
I leave, Grant, say
that one of my friends made us some merch?
no.
So
No fucking
we're gonna be
way,
doing
dude.
a very limited merch drop. Get at us if you want that. Maybe we'll figure out a giveaway for a couple things. If you guys want to show a little bit of support. I don't know.
Maybe we can do like next 3 write-in apologies. They get a shirt.
Okay, yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
We'll figure something out for you. Also, we got a couple reserved for the diehards, the A#1 fans out there,
The jet peds.
the influencers. So yeah, and if we get through that run, it's like 12 shirts or something. So if those go real quick, we'll make more. But you got to let us know if you want those.
All right, you guys. I have
Well,
to
I
go.
gotta go.
Actually,
I
really
really
I
bad.
gotta go.
go,
So
But
it's
thank you
It's
for
my
listening,
mom's
and
birthday,
let me
and I
know.
gotta
it's
go.
my
I gotta go
mom's
hang out with
birthday,
her.
and
So
she's gonna go make fun of me.
So.
Okay,
Hey,
take us out.
For,
I'm leaving. I'm
for
leaving
Tommy
to-
Bayer, I'm leaving right now. Grant Winkles, I've been Ryan Call, and Tommy just left. That son of a bitch.
What a fucking rude asshole.
I told him I wanted to leave, and then he leaves first. You also said you wanted to leave. Anyways, thanks for listening. Check out our merch, and hey, take a day off of work.
Hell, take 2.
Quit your job, baby. What are you doing working there? You're wasting your life. Anyways, bye. Hey, watch Silence by Martin Scorsese. Silence with Martin Scorsese. It's a great film.
Good episode.
I think it was all right.
Yeah.
I think it was pretty good.
Pretty good.
If I was listening, I think there would be parts that I really liked and parts. When I listen next week, I think there will be parts I really like and parts that I go, you shouldn't have said that, buddy.
Yikes.
You made a mistake saying that.
And then now, since we've implemented that system where you have to pay me $5 for every edit that you ask me to make,
And
I'm never going to recover financially.
I'm already bankrupt. Morally and financially.